Actually, I truly don't know. I believe God put this number in front of me because I don't remember how I got the number. I was trying to find a rehab and nobody would accept me with my insurance. I have military because my husband was in the service and they wouldn't take me. And because I'm not the veteran, my husband was. And for some reason I got this number and it was Sovereign Health. And I started talking to a guy on the phone, Anthony, and he was so nice, and here I am. And it was from God. I believe God put that number in front of me, and here I am. I truly hit my bottom. And I wanted my life back. Some things happened in my life where I got myself in some trouble with just drugs, alcohol. It was truly my bottom this time, and I just want to have a life. And this is why I'm here, to get my life back. They said I could stay 90 days. And I didn't want to go to rehab just for 30 days. I wanted to go get help mentally, physically, spiritually. And for an addict who has been an addict for 40 years, you can't get well, and I believe, in 30 days. So I needed to, and I kept asking him on the phone, are you sure I can stay the 90? Are you sure I can? And he said, yes, you'll be able to stay the 90, you know? And that's really what made me say, okay, I'm going. Well, here makes me want to cry. They truly taught me that I have to forgive myself and love myself, let go of the guilt and shame. And I have never did that in 40 years, let go of the guilt and shame. I beat myself up with a bat every time I get clean and sober. And they taught me here to love Betty, that yes, I have consequences for what I did, but it wasn't my fault. You know, I have a disease, and now I have a choice in life, and but I'm gonna love Betty from now on, and forgive myself, and I can go on. It was 4 in the morning. I kind of had a hurt face. I was scared. And I went, oh no, I'm far away from home, 3,000 miles away from home. And I went, oh no, and I was in a little apartment by myself. And I went, oh no, what am I doing here? And after the second day, I was just truly grateful. I saw what caring, good people it was. And I saw the look in the people's eyes that worked here. And I knew I was in the right place. I saw the love and the care. Oh my gosh, you've met them all. Truly, just getting, I didn't know how to stay sober. And now I just know. It, like I just said, it was about not loving Betty and not knowing how to live day by day again. I had 2.5, almost 3 years sober, but I got a job and I thought Betty was well again. And I quit going to meetings. I quit praying, and I relapsed for 9 months until I came here. And they've taught me that one day at a time. I forgot about one day at a time. I forgot about my higher power. I forgot about triggers. I forgot about everything. And they keep putting all this into my head again, over and over every day. And it's sinking in finally. I'm just so grateful, you don't even know. It's the most beautiful thing in the world. A little apartment, and there's two to an apartment. It's so beautiful. I brag about it to my family and my husband. I even took pictures on my phone, so when I go home, I have little things to look back at where I got clean and sober for the last time. And it's beautiful. It's got little tile floor, and it's nice beds, and these beautiful quilts and sheets that match, and they give you everything you need. I mean, it's just I love it. You have a TV, it's a flat screen. I mean, I've never heard of a rehab that had a TV. We have TVs, you know? It's just, there's little kitchen. You don't use the kitchen, but you do have a kitchen. We go into another big room to use a kitchen, but it's just a beautiful place. And then the house managers we have, oh, they're so nice, caring, and loving too. That's the best thing. Like I said, when I look into the people's eyes that have helped me here, it's just the love, the care, the concern. You know they want to help you. And I can't be more pleased and more happy. I'm here almost 90 days now, and this has been the best experience I've ever had in my life. And if I had to stay another 30, I would, because I'm gonna go home well, and I know I am. They're not gonna let me not go home well. And that's the best feeling in the world, that somebody cares and that taught me. Our group therapy is great. It's they teach us about triggers, and like, for instance, yesterday we were talking, like, because I'm on the IOP, so we're talking about like what kind of things might trigger you when you go home. So I wrote down like maybe bills that I have accumulated when I was relapsed. I crashed my car, our insurance went up, I have a fine from running a red light, things like that, tickets and stuff, things that addicts and alcoholics get. And I have guilt a little bit that my husband pays them. And then I get caught between this thing, because if I look for a job, I don't want to relapse. And every time I look for work, I relapse. So somebody actually offered to help me file for disability again. And that's like, I didn't ever even thought about that. So there's one of the, they help you through the group. When I first got here, we had the little intimate groups. I was in PHP. You go from like detox to certain little things in your treatment. We had little intimate groups with the women, and those were my favorite. You got to process things, and you would talk, and just the counselors and the therapists that were in there were really, I just stared at them. They were just so smart, and they're recovering addicts like us, and so with years sober and clean, and I would just stare at them going, oh my God, I'm really learning here, and what was good is they tell you over and over. If you stay here long enough, you get the same information, which people like me, I need to hear that over and over again so it sinks into me. One time is not enough for me. So over and over was good for me. Oh, it's beautiful. Well, I wake up and I have breakfast and I chat with all the women, and then we get on the little van, and it's a beautiful van that they travel us, and we get to drive to the center and see the scenery in the desert here, and it's beautiful here in Palm Springs. I love it. And we get to the center and I get a cup of coffee, and then I like today I go to the computer lab, and we get to either learn how to be on the computer, or we get to do email. We're learning in the computer lab. We can look for jobs for when we get home. We can, like, what I did was I applied for volunteer service already, so when I get home, all I have to do is call up now. I'm already enrolled in some volunteer work for when I get home, and I'm excited for that, to give back to the world. And just things they teach you how to, like, do references, and they teach you everything on the computer. And then we go to lunch and to a restaurant, and it's a beautiful restaurant. We order food, the waitress brings our food. Then we come back to the center, go into the big room, and we have our groups, 2 more groups. And it's beautiful because you keep learning. And then around 4:30 we go to dinner, This is for me. And then at night we have a choice to go to a meeting or not. And I choose to go to meetings at night. Either one night is AA, the next night is NA. And I go to a meeting every night because for me, when I get home, I need to go. So this is getting me in a habit of going. And I love it. There's great sobriety here in the desert. The love that people gave me. They loved me when I couldn't love me, because I didn't love me at all when I got here. So it's truly the love they gave me. It works. And you don't listen to people who, complain, because they're going to complain everywhere. But this was the most, I'm so grateful. This was the most beautiful place I've ever been. I look up in the sky and say, thank you, God, every day. It's just beautiful.